Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, I just returned from doing a show in a place called Douglas, Arizona. It's a small city of about 17,000 people, right on the border between Mexico and the U.S. In fact, the place I performed in was 2 blocks from the border. There is a wall there, by the way. One of the locals told me any place that really needs a wall already has one. Like many small cities, it's nice. It's very clean, has a low crime rate, but it has some growing problems. A couple of years ago, the former mayor approved Walmart coming in and building a store. It's out on the edge of town. And it does employ a lot of people. And of course, you get good bargains, prices are low. But one thing that happens when a Walmart opens up is that all the mom and pop stores get killed. And they were located in the downtown area. So a once thriving downtown is now desolate with a lot of boarded up shops and a lot less people going there. So it didn't just drive the places out of business that sold the same stuff that Walmart sells. It drove the restaurants out of business too, because there were less people coming into the center of town to shop and do other business. But that's not the only factor in the city's struggles. There used to be a lot of cross-border traffic in Douglas. People moved freely back and forth across the border. So people in Douglas went to Mexico to do things there, and people in Mexico would come across into Douglas and party and shop, go to the bars, go to the restaurants. And I'm not saying the border is closed. It is by no means closed. But there's a lot less traffic coming into Douglas from Mexico. Now, the people of Douglas have not changed their attitudes towards Mexicans. They're just they're fine with them. But Mexicans are not feeling welcome here. And even though they have no plans to stay when they come across the Border Patrol agents have kind of gotten the message from Trump. So it's a little more of a hassle for them to get across. A few more questions to answer, a little bit more delay. Even though these people have been crossing back and forth across the border for years, and the Border Patrol people know them, they feel like they have to do that. And as a result of Trump's trade war, the peso has lost some of its value in relation to the dollar, and the dollar has gained some value. So now the dollar buys a lot more stuff in Mexico, and the peso buys a lot less stuff in the U.S. So, matter of fact, one of the locals told me that if he took his family out to dinner, his whole family, he had a pretty big family, he might spend $100 if he took them to dinner in Douglas. But if he took them over to Mexico, he'd spend under $50. So there are still a lot of Americans from Douglas going over to Mexico to shop or have a night out or party. But the Mexicans aren't coming to Douglas. And this has hurt this town. Now, Douglas is just one border town among many. So I can't say that the same story is happening everywhere. But with the exception of the Walmart, the issues that are plaguing Douglas aren't much different than anywhere else along the border. So I doubt their stories are much different. I know that governors in the border states, who are almost all Republicans, by the way, tried to convince Trump not to do the trade war, but they were unsuccessful. So now those Republican governors are tied to Trump, whether they like it or not. Republicans are associated with Trump. And as their economies begin to take a hit, which is almost certain that they will, they're the ones who will face the consequences of Trump's policies. Thanks for listening. Hey, thanks for watching my videos. And I want you to keep on doing that. Just not on YouTube. If you look down in the description box, you're going to see 2 new links there. One is to my Patreon page, the other one is to a site called Top Buzz. Now on Top Buzz, they're letting me monetize my video, and they're not even ads on them. So I'd like you to get in the habit of watching my videos there. Or you can go to my Patreon page, and if you want to become a supporter, that would be great. If you don't, you can still watch my videos there. But for me, YouTube is no longer worth bothering with. It's just a launching pad that I use to put my videos other places on the net. So I do want you to keep on watching my videos, but not on YouTube.